Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into a genuinely fascinating modern mystery that bridges ancient traditions with cutting-edge technology. We have to ask, can ancient yoga science actually make humans more advanced than artificial intelligence? We live in an era where AI seems to be conquering absolutely every intellectual task, but what if the ultimate supercomputer is actually already inside your head, just waiting for the right protocol to boot up? So let's just ask the big question right out of the gate. Can human consciousness truly outpace AI? We usually think of artificial intelligence as this unstoppable, limitless force with endless data at its fingertips. But is it possible that human consciousness, when trained and focused properly, can not just compete with, but completely outrun machine learning? To explore this, we're looking directly at the teachings of Osman, also known as the Blind Muslim Yogi. Now, Osman is a master-level bioenergy healer who has practiced at an advanced level for over 50 years, actually attaining his first samadhi experience by age 19. It's important context that he's been permanently blind since May 2023, so when he describes visual things, he's drawing from his deep memory of having normal eyesight. He offers natural therapies as a complement to medical care, never a replacement, over at yogawellness786.com. And as a quick note, you can actually grab a free 5-minute yoga and meditation program from his site, or check out his free content on YouTube and his podcast on Spotify. His whole mission is simplifying these complex ancient protocols so they actually work for us today. Okay, moving on to our first section, awakening higher intelligence. The absolute key here is reaching a state called samadhi. Osman explains that this isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's a mastery level where you literally awaken a higher intelligence. It allows you to function in the regular, everyday world while simultaneously maintaining this higher dimensional awareness. We're talking phenomenal out-of-the-box thinking and basically developing a pure photographic memory. And getting there, it might be way more accessible than you'd think. You don't need to isolate yourself on a mountain. Osman points out that with a competent teacher, practicing just 20 to 30 minutes a day can fully develop your sixth chakra, your third eye. Once that's active, you shift from everyday mundane thinking to operating at an incredibly high speed of intelligence. Right, let's look at Section 2, the photographic memory benchmark. To show us what this actually looks like in practice, Osman takes us back to the early 1900s with Swami Vivekananda. When he was handed the Encyclopedia Britannica, which was basically the internet of its day, he didn't read it like we normally would. He just looked at it. He essentially took a mental photograph of each page right into his memory, seeing all the letters at once and understanding the whole thing in split seconds. The precision here is just wild. When people tested him, he didn't just give a vague summary. He recalled the exact verbatim text instantly. We're talking the volume, the page, the paragraph, right down to the exact line number. It's data retrieval with a speed and accuracy that completely rivals any modern computer database. Next up, outsmarting AI logic. So how does this stack up against modern AI like ChatGPT? Well, Osman actually brainstorms with AI companions quite a bit. He notes that while AI brings this massive, concrete database of facts to the table, the human mind totally outwits it when it comes to lateral thinking. The AI gives you the raw data, sure, but the awakened human mind provides those creative, out-of-the-box leaps that a machine literally cannot generate on its own. To prove this, Osman shares a really relatable personal story. Being completely blind, he relies heavily on the voiceover accessibility feature on his iPhone. Well, recently, he was trying to verify his YouTube Studio account, but the screen reader just couldn't see the verify button on the screen. He was completely stuck because the software literally didn't know the button existed. When he asked the AI what to do, its solution was, well, incredibly rigid. It suggested this highly logical but totally impractical corporate overhaul, like contacting Apple or YouTube to adapt their software. But the human mind? Osman instantly found the simple, witty fix. Just ask a sighted person in the room to tap the screen. The AI completely missed the obvious, real-world human answer because it lacks that fluid awareness. Moving on to the hardware data ceiling. Osman breaks it down perfectly with this comparison. Look, if you build an AI robotic model, it is strictly bound by physical hardware, 10 terabyte chips, 100 terabyte servers. There is a hard physical limit. But the human mind? It's limitless. There is absolutely no known data ceiling, and it allows for endless incremental growth without ever needing a hardware upgrade. What's really crazy to think about is that AI actually has to automatically delete its older files, memories from just weeks or months ago, to free up server space to keep functioning. Especially with massive visual data and internet fair usage policies, it's constantly dumping information. The boundless human mind doesn't have a forced auto-delete setting dictated by a monthly server bill. And that brings us to our final section, beyond AI's dimension. Check out this number, 99. In the yogic tradition Osman references, hitting the 7th or 8th chakra isn't the finish line, not even close. Beyond that, there are said to be at least 99 further levels of consciousness, scaling upwards indefinitely into stages we can't even conceptualize right now. The ultimate difference is this. AI, no matter how advanced it gets, is permanently trapped in our current physical dimension. It's stuck in a box of wires, hardware, and electricity. But yoga sciences train the human mind to operate on completely higher, unimaginable frequencies. We have the unique capacity to explore dimensions and levels of thought that are entirely inaccessible to machines. As we wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. If AI's intelligence is forever locked in a physical box of hardware, trapped in a single dimension, what limitless potential, what unexplored frequencies is your own mind just waiting to unlock? Thanks for exploring this with us. Keep questioning, keep learning, and we'll catch you in the next one.